What is up? Happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Bolin, and yes, sometimes I look like this with a full face of drag style makeup on, and sometimes I come on here with no makeup on. But let's get into today's video. Girl, we've got a lot to get into. There is a lot because first of all, TANA Mojo has been very shady about James Charles. I saw this and I laughed. I thought it was funny. TANA was talking to one of her TikToker friends. You know, I don't really keep up with the TikTokers too much. But TANA was talking to somebody about James Charles. It was basically they were being asked questions, her and her TikToker friend. I'm really sorry. I'm really bad with names when it comes to the TikTokers. But I know, you know, a lot of YouTubers. So TANA Mojo, she's sitting there. She gets asked about James Charles. And then she gets asked another question about who's the fakest or most two-faced YouTuber she's ever met. And she replies, James Charles.
One person you wish you never became friends with. James Charles. You win some, you lose some, you know?
It's like I would say like one of the Sway boys to be messy, but like honestly the experience was awesome.
So I'm just out here saying James Charles and you're like giving a PR answer.
Okay, so like I say, I'm not really one to really keep up with a lot of the TikTokers. You know, I know a few of the really big ones. Charlie D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio, all of them, you know. Addison Rae. I know who a few of the really big TikTokers are. LaRae, of course, you know. But I don't know who everybody is, so I'm really sorry for not knowing every TikToker's name. But TANA Mojo and this guy have allegedly been hooking up. And they got into talking about juicy stuff like his D size and all of this. I was like, ooh.
You two have been extra flirty lately. Has anything happened recently between you guys last time you guys hooked up? We just made out in a club, don't lie.
Yeah, no, we did.
It's in my vlog, actually, coming soon. One.
Yeah, I
you
was
should
about
have
to
never
say that.
fucked.
Like you sucking my toe is kind of weird.
I was feeling spunky. I denied it for a long time, and now I'll talk about it. Whatever.
I remember the weird shit that we did in sex, but I don't remember like how we got up there, what insinuated it.
We were both like pushing each other though. Like I think to like escalate our vibe. You know, a lot of people you wouldn't expect to have baby penises in LA have like micro penises.
Yeah, and I have a fucking massive girthy horse cock.
Mom, please come pick me up. Shocking two-faced influencer.
Ooh,
James Charles.
One, I don't want to just start beef though. Logan and Jake. That's the only ones I can think of because they always talk nice to me in person and then they always hide their looks.
Yep.
And then they also...
Are we surprised to hear that TANA Mojo thinks James Charles is a big old fake? I'm not. Sorry. Is what it is, you know. I mean, James Charles, you know, everything that he's done, everything that he was accused of, and then everything that he admitted to, and then took down the video where he admitted to it. I'm like, girl, no, you know, I'm not prepared to give James Charles another chance just yet. I am not prepared to forgive James Charles right now. I think that James Charles has got a lot of proving himself to do and a lot of growing up to do before anyone really should forgive him. You know, at the end of the day, he really didn't take a proper kind of sabbatical from YouTube after he did what he did. He was still there kind of lurking in the background, liking Kylie Jenner this and that, you know. And then he was popping up on IG, putting up little posts when it was his birthday with his dog and everything. And I was like, you know, he's really got the gall. He's really got the gumption to do that. Like he's not been, you know, told off for grooming people, etc, etc, and admitted to it and made a whole ass video about it. Okay, yeah, you know, we kind of expect all of this from TANA Mojo because TANA is known to be a little bit filthy. You know, TANA has that whole TANA Uncensored thing and everything like that as well. OnlyFans, you know, of course, and I'm not knocking TANA for that. You know, we know that TANA is a little bit filthy from the olden days of, oh, he effed me with a toothbrush. So, you know, we kind of expect this behaviour from TANA. TANA, though, unlike Trisha Paytas, I find TANA still kind of funny and relatable. You know, I look at TANA Mojo being silly, whatever, and I think, you know what, I'd probably have a laugh with her if I saw her on a night out. I'd probably think she was fun and we'd probably get along. You know, I think we'd find some kind of common ground, TANA and I think I would end up having a bit of a laugh with her. Also kind of juicy there that TikToker said Jake and Logan Paul for the like fakest, most two-faced YouTubers, influencers you've ever met. I was like, oh. I can see it. You know, I can see it because Jake Paul, to me, he does come across like he's playing a character, like he's not really being himself. And I also thought that was really shady because, of course, TANA was kind of fake married to Jake Paul. So I thought that was funny. I thought that was shady. Cute, you know. But moving on, Trisha Paytas is once again in the drama because Ethan Klein shaded her for people on TikTok throwing virtual tomatoes at her when she was doing her chanting, you know, still going with the I'm a Hindu shiz. Trish is still on that BS, you know. You're fooling nobody, Trish, you know. We all know that this is fake. We all know that this is an act. Once again, it's Trisha trying to offend another minority group, you know. When are they not?
What's happening? Ivana, why are people throwing tomatoes at her?
As well as saying about people throwing tomatoes at her, virtual tomatoes at her, Ethan also got very, very shady. He got very shady. Once again, Ethan mentioned Trisha's appearance in the next clip that I'm about to play you. And as well as mentioning her appearance, he said, oh, look, well, those tomatoes, you know, on this TikTok, whatever, those tomatoes don't cost much. So, oh, look, she's like a homeless beggar on the street.
Tomatoes a bigger investment.
I'm guessing. I'm not seeing the tomato on here. Maybe that was a one-time exclusive.
It's just a few cents people are sending her.
Yeah.
She's literally a beggar on the street corner and people are just flicking pennies at her.
Because one rose is one coin, but you could buy 65 coins for $1.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wait, was that love on the monitor? Or I mean, was that Trisha on the monitor?
Ethan. Naughty boy. Anyway, aside from Ethan and Trisha mess and TANA and James Charles mess, there's other stuff going on. Like Jeffree Star, I think, could be about to drop several lawsuits against companies that manufacture components for cosmetics. Now, this is something that I saw in a Dustin Daily or Viewer's Voice video yesterday, and I was like, let me look into it. So, they were talking about the Magic Star concealer components, these ones here, which, you know, these Jeffree Star had actually trademarked so that nobody could copy the design of these. So this is interesting now. What we're seeing is we're seeing a girl on TikTok selling lip glosses. So she's her own kind of independent business. You know, you get like the girls who do that. They just make like homemade lip gloss with homemade kits and everything. You know, you can buy those kits on Amazon. You know, it's a piece of piss, you know. So there's this girl and she's making the little homemade lip glosses. I looked at her TikTok. She's got various on there, like solid ones, solid lip glosses in butterfly tins and everything like that. So, you know, no shade, you know, get your coin. But she has literally got these components on there. And she's going, oh, wow, look at my new lip gloss components. As if they're something new. When Jeffree Star has had these out for like, what, 2 years? More than 2 years now? I'm like, girl, you might want to rethink this. You know, these ones have got the Jeffree Star logo, the monogram on the cap here. There you go. You can see that pink star there. Can you make that out? Yeah, well, they've got the Jeffree Star logo, the monogram on them. And the ones that she's bought off of Amazon or AliExpress or Alibaba, wherever she's bought them from, they don't have this logo. So I'm going to play you the TikTok and we'll come back and get into it a little bit more.
Okay, so here is the gloss applicator in this lady's hands. You can see it looks identical to the Jeffree Star concealer component I just held up, but it isn't exactly the same because when you look at the doe foot applicator, it's not got the hole in it. It's not exactly the same. So it looks to me like Alibaba, AliExpress, whoever have copied Jeffree's design.
So these were stolen. Do you remember there was a whole big drama with these where these concealers were stolen and it was like one particular shade. I think it was like a lot of C5 that was stolen and this girl had TikToks up with them in her house and everything. or like IG stories, and she was like selling them out of a box from her house, etc, etc. Then Jeffree made a video all about that, and it was all this huge drama. So I'm wondering if when they got stolen, somebody was able to then, you know, buy one and copy the design, which would make sense. You know, if they copied the design and then sold it to places like Alibaba, AliExpress, Amazon, because trust, I've been online and I've found them in all of those places. I found these components minus the Jeffree Star logo. Still got this, still got the star on top. I'm going to pop some screenshots in here for you because I found them with different colour, like crystal bits on the top as well. I found them with like blue and clear crystal bits instead of the pink. And I was like, girl, this is shady. This is really, really shady. You know, they are full on copying Jeffree's trademark design. So now I'm like, damn, Jeffree can take all these people to court. All of them. Alibaba, AliExpress, Amazon, the lot. Fans of the brand are noticing it. They are calling this girl out on her TikTok saying, hey, Jeffree owns the right to this design. You might want to be careful of getting sued. You might not want to do this. The girl clapped back with, oh, well, I'm only going to make a limited amount, as if that's going to make any difference. You know, girl, he's going to sue you. You might not want to do that. You know, I would make none if I were you. You know what I mean? Like, imagine receiving a lawsuit from Jeffree Star for copying his concealer components. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You know, she saw them on like Alibaba, AliExpress, wherever she saw them. And she bought them because she thought they were cute. But come on, you got to know, if you're making makeup, even if you're doing it at home, you got to know that these already exist. You got to know that these are a Jeffree Star component. I mean, come on. Now, I've actually seen the trademark patented, like, sketch of that design. I've seen it, the computer generated drawing of it, where it's trademarked by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So I do think that some people could be getting in trouble here unless Jeffree Star himself actually sold the design so that people could copy it. You know, that's the only kind of loophole that I can see there. But I really wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a lawsuit from Jeffree Star. So, I'd be careful. You know, anyone out there who's making these little lip glosses at home, you know, do your thing, get your coin, but be careful. And another thing that I also saw when I was looking at this girl's TikTok is that she's actually copied Kylie Jenner's logo. If you look at the drippy lip logo that she's got, girl, rip off of Kylie Jenner. So I'm like, okay, you've got a ripped off logo, you've got a ripped off component, doesn't really look good for you, girl, you know, sorry, is what it is. And another thing that I saw when I was looking up those components, these ones, another thing that I found was, you know, Halsey has a makeup line, Halsey has the About Face line. I also found exact replicas of those components that she has for those like face paint things that she's got, and I was like, oh, T. So are these brands just saying that they're not buying stock components, but they really are buying stock components? I don't know. In the Jeffree Star case, because I've seen the digital sketch of this, the drawing with the trademark, I do think that this is, you know, owned by Jeffree Star. So I do think people could be really getting in trouble for this one. The About Face one, the Halsey one, I don't know. That might well just be a stock component. But here's the pic that I found of those. So I was like, T. Anyway, guys, that is about all I've got for this little video. Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and opinions. I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch or subscribe. Whatever, you know, it really does mean a lot to me. You know, I'm a very little channel. I'm still growing, you know. Obviously, there's a lot of improvements that I need to make, you know, with everything, like the quality of my videos, you know. I know that. Patiently saving up to do that. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you once again so much for taking the time to watch this video. Love you guys. See you on the next one. Bye.